So, Pinpoint Pitching, it's a new pitching interface in MLB The Show 21. And whether you're a new player coming into the franchise for the first time or you're a seasoned veteran of MLB The Show, it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for everybody. And the reason why you want to use Pinpoint Pitching when you can is because it gives you the most total control of your pitch and it gives you the best chance to get the best inputs possible. Meter and analog are still in the game, but if you can master Pinpoint Pitching, that is going to be a huge advantage, especially if you play online. So, I've used Pinpoint Pitching for a little while now. I feel like I kind of have a little bit of a grasp on how it works, and I think I can give you guys some tips that should hopefully help your game out. If you do find these tips helpful, do me a favor and hit the like button on the video. Also subscribe to the channel. We're pumping out videos every single day on MLB 21, so let's jump into it. So honestly, with Pinpoint Pitching, there's a lot of moving parts and there's a lot of things that you need to understand, but I feel like if you break it down, it becomes a little bit more manageable, I guess. So let's start off with the inputs you should be looking for. So if I just throw a fastball right here, pay attention to the inputs at the top of the screen. It's going to give you accuracy, timing, and I believe location. So let's go try and get a perfect release, or as close to a perfect release as we can. Almost had it. So I had 94% accuracy. I was a little bit late and I was a little bit off on the location. The first two inputs there were green and the third one was yellow. If you want to get a perfect release with Pinpoint Pitching, you need to get all three of those inputs at a green level. I know I'm throwing fastballs down the middle, but let me see if I can get a perfect release here. There we go. See, I got 100% accuracy. I was just a little bit late and I got 4% on the, or I was 4 degrees off or whatever it is, but all three of those inputs were green, resulting in a perfect pitch. Now, just because you get a perfect pitch does not mean it's going to go exactly where you put it pre-pitch. If you take a look at this fastball I'm throwing right here, there's a little darker ring around the ball there, and that's your perfect region. So if you get a perfect release, it should, in theory, go somewhere around that region. So that's what you should be looking for with Pinpoint Pitching when it comes to the actual inputs. But now let's talk a little bit about the mechanics. I've seen some people a little bit confused on what they actually should be doing on each pitch. So obviously each pitch is going to be different. Each pitch is going to have its own individual motion. So that was a fastball. This is a knuckle curve. This is a cutter. This is a slider. So each pitch is going to have its own individual motion, similar to the old MLB 2K game. So if I want to throw a fastball, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm going to have to bring the right analog stick down, and then I'm gonna have to bring it up, and then I want to hold it at the top of whatever the motion of the pitch is. And then I want to wait for that bottom blue circle in the interface to become as small as it can be, and then I want to bring the analog stick as fast as I can down to that blue circle. So for example, let's try this fastball. So I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go up, and I'm gonna hold it up, and that blue circle got smaller. Didn't really get the best pitch right there, so let me try again. I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go up, 97% accuracy, I'm holding, and boom. So your timing is dictated on how fast you get to that smaller blue circle. Your location is dictated how your analog ends up in relation to that circle, and your accuracy is all about how good or bad you did following the motion of the pitch. So let's try a fastball again. Let's try to get a fastball low and away. So I'm gonna go down, up, I'm gonna hold it, and release. I actually had perfect timing on that one. I had 2 of the 3 at green, and overall it was a decent pitch. Might have got a little too much plate, but let's try again. Down, up. Yeah, my yellow accuracy, and boom, low and in. Still a pretty good pitch, just a little bit off where I wanted it. Let's try another pitch now. Let's try a cutter. So a cutter works the same way as a fastball when it comes to holding the analog at the top of the motion. So let's go with a cutter hideaway. So let's boom, boom, 97, hold it, and bring it down. Ah, I missed it. But the pitch is still relatively near where I wanted it to go. So the more green inputs you get, the better your pitch should be. Let's try a cutter again. Let's go with a cutter low and away. Ooh, 100, and boom. Oh my God, just barely early. Let's try that cutter again. I want to throw that cutter for a perfect pitch. I want it. There it is. Boom. Perfect. Now pay attention to each individual pitch you bring up. So I'm going to click a fastball right here. When I click the fastball, it's going to bring up that pitching interface up at the top, and it's going to show me not only the motion that I need to do with the right analog stick, but it's also going to show me the timing that I need to hit with that as well. So just because it's telling you to go up and down for a fastball, it's also telling you how fast or slow you should go. So you don't want to go just boom, boom. Like, you want to time it up with whatever the motion is showing you. So for example, I'm going to click the fastball, watch the motion. So it's going down, up. That's the timing you need to try to imitate or mimic or whatever the word is in order to get the best accuracy possible. So let me try it. So down, up. So I'm going to go down, up, 84%, not perfect. and then we're gonna go boom. I mean, still fastball down the middle, which is where I wanted it. Let me try a knuckle curve, because the knuckle curve's a little bit weird. So let me see here. So low and in. Okay, so 75%, not terrible. And then I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna deliver it as soon as the ball gets to, or as soon as that circle gets to the smallest possible point. Let's see here. I'm gonna try the cutter again. Apparently I'm really, really good at cutters. There we go, another perfect pitch, just off the plate, but that's a great pitch. So that motion is gonna tell you not only what you need to do, but it's also gonna tell you the timing. And if you can accurately do the timing the way it showed you, you're gonna have a much better chance of getting a better accuracy result. Now remember, the accuracy is not the only input you need to worry about. You also need to worry about your timing, which is once again dictated on how close you are to getting your right analog stick down on that blue circle. The smaller it gets, and your location is gonna be how far in relation you are to that circle. So if you wanna get the ultimate perfect pitch, you gotta get 100% accuracy with the right timing and the right motion. You've also got to bring that analog stick at the perfect millisecond down to that blue circle, and if you get it right in the middle of that circle, that will be the best possible pitch you can throw. Now, personally, in my experience, I do feel like the bottom two inputs matter slightly more than the actual accuracy, but it always is going to depend on the pitcher you're using, the confidence of the pitcher, the energy of the pitcher, all the different elements that go into a game and how a pitcher's feeling. That's all going to matter with Pinpoint. But if you're just talking about the individual inputs, I still do feel like the timing and the location are weighed a little more heavy in relation to the other one. I don't have any data to back that up, but that's just kind of the feeling I get when I use this. Another thing I've noticed with Pinpoint pitching that I've had success with is I'm a little bit lighter on my thumb when it comes to putting it on the right analog stick and following the motion, and I'm a little bit more deliberate with my motion. I see some people getting like very aggressive and doing stuff like that. You don't really need to do that. I feel like that's gonna mess you up, so just kind of be a little bit light on the thumb, so just nice and easy, and then you go boom. Oh my god, man, I gotta get the perfect pitch on that. So I don't know, that one's kind of a hard one for me to like give a tip on. It's just more of like a feeling. I find that the lighter I am on my thumb and the more deliberate I make my motions and not keep my thumb on it in case it's like hovering or shaking or anything like that, makes me usually deliver better pitches with this pitching interface. But hey man, not everything that works for me is gonna work for you. So I mean, that's more of a personal thing, I guess. Let me try a different pitcher right here. Let me go to who else do they have? Ooh, let's go to Clase. He's got that crazy cutter, 95 to 102. Let's see if I can locate this. Oop, not the best accuracy or the best thing, but I mean, still not a terrible pitch, especially at 100 miles an hour. Ooh, he might be disgusting. Another thing is that with Pinpoint pitching, it's gonna be a little bit different when you're doing it from the stretch. So I'm putting Austin Meadows at the plate with a guy on first with nobody out. So now I have to pitch from the stretch. So the timing is gonna be slightly different, and it's gonna be a little bit more quick when you're doing it from the stretch, but still just focus on the inputs, be deliberate with your input, kind of keep an eye on the timing, and you should be all right. Let's go with a splitter right here. So watch the splitter. You have to go to the left, across, and then back up halfway, and then bring it down, all from the stretch. Like, that one's difficult. The splitter from the stretch is super difficult. So guys like Ohtani, some people might even stray away from using a guy like that if they're using Pinpoint pitching because of the way you have to pitch from the stretch and have to be much quicker with it. So it's definitely an adjustment on a lot of different pitches. I feel like fastballs are always going to be the easiest. It's the simplest motion, the simplest timing, and I feel like the easiest one to kind of get the hang of. But some of those other pitches, man, the splitter, the forkball, they're going to be really weird, and it's going to be pretty crazy. So let me know in the comments what you think the hardest pitch to throw with this is. And honestly, the best tip I can give for you guys with Pinpoint pitching is literally just practice, man. Put some hours into custom practice. You can set up the play exactly how you want it. You can put guys on base. You can pitch from the stretch. You can use any pitcher you want. So even if you want to use some legends who have like screwballs or forkballs or knuckleballs even. I don't even know what a knuckleball looks like on this, but whatever you want to do, you can set up the play to be exactly like you want. You can adjust the difficulty, and you can pretty much just get a lot better with pinpoint pitching just by using the custom practice mode. So I highly recommend it. Even if you want to start off the year by using analog or meter, that's fine. I would recommend at some point switching over to pinpoint if you get the hang of it, because I feel like it is going to make you a better player. So down in the comments, let me know if these tips help you for pinpoint pitching. These are the tips that I've been using and I feel like I've had a little bit of success with. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button. Remember to subscribe to the channel down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.